Welcome to the fifth episode of the
Yeah,
Morningstar Podcast. Um,
yeah.
Hope you're all doing well. People who, the person who is currently in the stream, the people who hopefully will be in the stream, and the people watching the stream as a VOD later on. So,
Mhm.
in the last episode of the Morningstar Podcast, we did I think we did the Myers Briggs personality
Myers-Briggs
test.
test.
Yeah. And so like I don't know, a week ago or something, I don't remember exactly when, but I was like, oh man, back in like 2014, I remember taking a D&D alignment test and I don't remember what the hell I even got or whatever. It's so long ago. Um
Yeah, yeah.
and I was like, oh, that's really interesting. Let's do that one. What do you think? Have you done it before, Marilyn?
Yeah. I remember being on the website that you sent the link to. Um, and yeah, it's pretty interesting. I think the what I don't remember what the actual name of it is called besides I mean the alignment stuff
D&D
besides
alignment
D&D
test?
alignment whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it like actually just D&D alignment whatever?
I think
Um,
so. It's
but
the alignment
anyways,
test, yeah.
okay. Okay.
You guys should be able to see it
But
on the
yeah.
stream, right?
Mm, hopefully.
Yep. Hell
Excuse
yeah.
me.
Hell yeah. All right. Oh shit! Now it's large as fuck. Oh my
But
gosh.
yeah, it's pretty straightforward, I think, but it's still interesting to do.
Yeah. I don't know. I remember it being a little more fun than the Myers Briggs test,
Yeah.
and also, I don't know, man. I have this thing with D&D that like, oh shit, I
Hmm.
need to cough real quick. Give me a second, because I'm still a little sick.
Okay. Hmm.
All right. Jesus. So, I have this thing with D&D that I wanna. Oh my god, I gotta adjust Windows. I wanna like. Jesus Christ. Give me a second. Give me a second.
You're all good.
Okay. I want to play D&D. I've always wanted to play D&D, but I just never got to because it takes so long to start, and it's just the preparation is so much. And at some point, I'm just like, it's never gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even want to create your character, dude.
What do you mean?
Dude, I've been like in the background having like doing the changeling stuff and you're like you'd never want to create your character.
How so? I don't remember even.
Um, because like I'm like, "Oh, did you wanna be?" Because it's, Changeling the Lost game, which is a part of the, Chronicles of Darkness.
Hmm.
I have it in my folder as COD, which just every time I see it, it's like, "It's Call of Duty!" It's not Call of Duty. I don't even play Call of Duty. I don't know why
Yeah. I have that
I
problem
don't even
too.
know why it automatically thinks it's Call of Duty. Yeah. But anyways, but yeah, um, so within the Chronicles of Darkness, there's, World of Darkness and Chronicles of Darkness. World of Darkness is the predecessor to Chronicles of Darkness. Chronicles of Darkness is like the um updated version, and then there's even like a second edition to like Changeling the Lost and all that stuff.
Hmm.
But anyways, um people might have heard of Vampire the Masquerade or Vampire the Requiem or whatever. I don't remember which one it was that was Chronicles of Darkness.
Yeah.
I really don't. But I remember you wanted to play Vampire because Changeling didn't sound appealing to you. And then you've always liked vampires, and I was like, okay, um, let's try and make your character. What kind of stats, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you're
Hmm.
like, I don't know, I don't really care. And then I was like, oh, did you want to play be a half vampire? Because that's different theming than a normal like full on vampire. Whereas like the full on vampire is a lot of the power play, political like oh being a person in power and abusing that power and being
Hmm.
that sort of like bad person versus like a half vampire Dhampir, which is like being born in an abusive like home
Hmm.
and that being like part of like what you've grown up as, what you're used to,
Mhm.
and all that stuff. And you're just like, yeah, I don't know, um, whatever you think is good. And I'm just like, that's not helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem though. It takes so long to start it, and I at some point I think lose interest. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
just I just want to play. I don't, because the thing
Yeah.
is, what I really like with Divinity. Okay, you choose little classes and little powers and stuff, and then you're in the game. You know what I mean? But oh,
Mhm.
I gotta spend hours and days and ugh. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't care
Yeah.
that much. I just want to play.
And then I don't know, like, would you feel fine playing as a pre-made character, or would you wanna make your own?
Can I just have it like like a middle ground? Can I just have some
Yeah,
like a
that's what I
starting
kinda figured what you
like
would say.
Divinity? Yeah, like just
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
me what I
yeah.
can pick and I'll pick something. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
But like, I mean, you could say like, oh yeah, Vampire the Masquerade or whatever has that already with the oh yeah, this does this and that one does that. But for some reason, it sounds more complicated than Divinity.
Yeah, probably because it has a bit more, like, contemplation of, like, oh, the math and stats and stuff, versus where it's like, "Oh, you have a class, and then there it is. You're a wizard, you get to put points in intelligence."
Hmm, hmm.
Versus where it's like, "Oh, did you wanna be a strength build, or did you like, what are the skills that you specifically wanna make up to fit the archetype of your character that you have in your mind, and what stats would be fitting for that archetype that you have made up?"
Yeah, Amlet's saying that's so interesting because for many, making the character is the most fun part. How about for you, Marilyn? Is that
Yeah.
the most fun part?
Um, yeah, I like it.
Interesting. So then the reason that we haven't played is just me not caring that much about the character creation part.
Yeah, and I mean, I just haven't made the plot yet. I suck at So the thing with
Oh, we
me
gotta make a plot
is that
as
I
well.
love
Like,
character creation. Yeah. Well, I mean, me as the DM has to. You have the easy part of just making the character, which I mean, it's only taking so long because I'm the one who's like bad at making stuff. So the thing with me is I love making characters. I can create characters. It's amazing. I love it. I never, ever, ever have a fucking story to put them into. So I have like these characters where it's like, oh, I like this and this and this, and like these characters are so cool, and I wish I could like interact with them or have them interact with each other. But then it's like, yeah, but like, what are they doing besides like living life? And it's like, I don't fucking know.
hmm. There are character generators online if you really, really don't want to bother with making one. But the thing is, I don't know, Marilyn. Like to me, I remember having fun with making the character, but I think I don't
Hmm.
remember. Like at some point, it got so intricate that I was like, I don't care about all these intricate details of it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't. So I remember like, oh yeah, I want it to be like an '80s glam rocker or whatever the fuck, and then yeah,
Hmm.
like kind of like what's it called, like persuasive or whatever, and I remember that part a little bit, but then like okay, what
Hmm.
what do I gotta do? Do I gotta create an origin story? Like like how far do I gotta go
It
into it?
kind of, yeah. So it's not that you have to create a whole origin story. It's just that you have a, at least for Chronicles of Darkness and stuff. Um, you have to kind of know a bit more than just like a general like, oh, I want to be, I don't know, like say in DD, a wizard. That's it. That's all you pretty much have to do.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, at least as far as the one D&D session I was in, where it's just like, yeah, I'm a wizard who's a child and mute, and that's it.
So in D
My
and D, it's
parents love me,
easier.
and that's it. A little bit because you have the like wizard and stuff,
Okay,
and like
so like you play
paladins
faster
and all that.
in D and D.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so the thing is, then I think for someone like me, I gotta get my foot in the water with something like D and D, and then
yeah.
maybe. move on to Vampire the
Two
Masquerade.
different different tabletop
Yeah,
RPGs, yeah.
cuz even with Disco Elysium, like
Mhm,
when I was playing it, again,
mhm.
I am kind of in this weird brain funk recently where I just lose my train of thought super fast or whatever,
For sure, for sure.
but at the same time I don't know exactly what the root of it is, but currently it's like anything that is a lot of things I got to pay attention to, I lose interest. Like
Mhm.
I was talking to my psychiatrist about it. I was like, "Do I have like ADD or ADHD or whatever?" And she was like, "We can't know yet because you also have OCD and maybe it's like intrusive thoughts that lose your like make you lose your train of thought or whatever, like in the background even. I don't know. Point is, um currently with my brain how it is, I lose um like my attention span is not that great unless it's
Mhm.
something that
Yeah.
I already care super duper intensely about.
Yeah. And yeah, it's just the thing of like it's weird when like a psychologist or whatever, whoever the person is like, yeah, we don't know yet because you have this mental condition or like, like, oh, OCD or depression or whatever. It's like, yeah, but that won't go away.
But no, but that's the
Mhm.
point of what I'm doing though, is to treat the OCD or for you to
Yeah,
treat the
but like
depression.
that's the treatment, yeah, but like it's not like as a thing just gonna go away entirely. So it's not like it's gonna be like, yeah, we won't know until like whatever,
No, but it doesn't need to go away entirely though,
I guess.
you know. um
Maybe you need to do a one-shot D&D game with him, something that doesn't depend on paying attention to lore and all that.
yes, I
I
love one shots.
remember yeah, yeah, one-shots are really good. Um, I remember, James, when we were playing with that one person who, was trying to get us into
Don't say their name.
Chronicles of Darkness originally. No, I was just saying that person.
Yeah.
Um, they also introduced us to a game called Fiasco, which is another tabletop RPG, which was pretty much a one shot, and you seem to have pretty much fun with that.
Oh, I played it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
you were Avesta, and then like I was the girlfriend. No, I was the
Oh,
mistress, and
right.
then the person was your manager who you were dating, but then you were cheating on because I was the mistress, and I was pregnant. Or so yeah. No, do you remember
Yeah, I
this?
kind
It
of do
was
now.
crazy. Yeah, where, like, my character is pregnant, and then the characters well, the person's character got jealous and then ended up stabbing my character, and then,
Sounds like a Turkish soap
like, I
opera.
had to No, yeah, for sure. Like, it was fucking dramatic, dude, and, like and, like, we were, like, not junkies, well, kind of junkies and all that stuff, and, like, there was a drug dealer, and then, yeah, so, like, eventually, like, everything was okay in the end, like, we had the child, and then, like, I was okay. But, like, it was just weird and wild and crazy, and it's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love one shots. Even
Yeah.
on YouTube, like Critical Role sometimes goes and becomes like guests on different shows or podcasts or whatever, and they do one shots, and those are so entertaining for me to watch. Oh, I love one shots. Yeah, that's a good idea, Amlet. But anyway, we were. Let me
I'll have to figure out Fiasco,
let me
and
close the
if we're gonna play it, I would have to buy it.
chapter of the previous discussion though. Um, the thing is, like, I started my OCD medication, like 2.5 months ago, I think. 2 months and a half or something. I don't know, something like that.
Mhm.
And the psychiatrist was like, in OCD, it takes like 6 months for the medication to even take, like, for you to even notice effects of it. You know what I mean? Um,
Mhm.
and so the thing is, it doesn't need to go away entirely. You know what I mean? Like, pretty
Mm.
much everyone experiences some form of OCD, for example, right? So for
Mhm.
me, it just needs to not be this clinical debilitating thing, you know? Um, And apparently that can be fixed with medication and therapy, or I don't know, both of them or either of them or whatever. You know what I mean? Um,
Mhm.
so when that can be fixed, it doesn't need to be like, oh yeah, like it can fully 100% go away. It doesn't need to. You know what I mean? Like it just needs to be something that doesn't bring me down anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so when that happens, we can kind of, for example, um, after 6 months passes that I have taken the OCD medication, um, I can kind of, let's say, um, maybe understand like, okay, has my attention deficit gotten better or no? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Then maybe we can diagnose whether I got some attention deficit thing going on or no. Does that make sense?
Mhm. Mhm.
Same with you, but like not with specifically attention deficit stuff. But since you said depression, because you have depression, it's like
Mhm.
with depression as well. Um, After I don't know X amount of time of treating it, it can become you know manageable enough, and it can be not a problem enough for you to be able to for the doctors to be able to understand other problems maybe more easily. You know,
For sure.
because when you say, oh yeah, like when I hear people with depression, like Ethan from H3, he has clinical depression, but he's been on medication for like years and stuff. Like
Mhm.
to me, and when he's talking and stuff, he doesn't seem like, okay, he is gonna have depression for his whole life, so he's gonna be sadder than people who don't have depression. No, he's treated, and he is as happy as anyone, as any human could be. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's not like it needs to fully go away for the person to experience the full amount of joy without that condition. Does that make sense?
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, but yeah. So with this information, what do you think? Like, do you think that let's say in however many months or whatever,
Mhm.
it could be possible to be like, okay, I got some attention deficit thing or no?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Cool.
Jesus. Anyway, so about the D&D thing, we got off on a tangent. Um,
Yeah.
how do we get to this? Oh, cause okay, why I didn't even
We were
play?
talking about playing D&D.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so
And if the quiz takes not too much time, um, I can go into like the stuff I've created for this changeling game that will probably never happen because I suck at, like I said, I suck at coming up with the plots. So, but like I have like tons of characters and shit.
mm-hmm. Par for the course. Yeah,
I could
yeah,
probably just like read. Yeah, yeah. Or I could probably just read the notes that I have.
yeah. Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So do you have it up, Marilyn?
Yep.
Cool, cool, cool.
Make sure JavaScript is enabled. It should be.
Why? It's just
I mean, just in general.
interesting. I don't. It doesn't say that to me though.
At the very top, it says make before submitting your responses, make sure JavaScript is enabled.
Before submitting. How do I make sure of that?
I mean, it should just be enabled
It's not Chrome.
because,
It's
well, I
Opera
mean, it's
GX.
HTML though.
Oh, I don't know, man. Let's just let's just see.
A lot of HTML ends up using JavaScript as like the back end. So I mean, I mean, I've always just assumed JavaScript has been running.
I have no clue. I think it should be fine. So,
hmm
um, do I read the first one?
Yeah.
Family elders are. By the way, you guys can play at home as well. You can take the test. I'll put the link in the description after the vlog goes live. Oh, I can just also put it in the chat right now. Give me a second.
Oh,
There we go.
there's also one with um What sort of Dungeons& and Dragons character would you be with ability scores, race, class level, alignment?
That's too much, man.
I'm kind of interested. I'll probably just do it in my free time.
Yeah, yeah. Again, I need to get my foot in the water. I can't just jump in the ocean.
Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate 3, which is made by the same people who made
Divinity, yeah.
Divinity. Yeah.
Hmm. What about it?
Oh, because Baldur's Gate is a D&D game.
No, I know, but why are you mentioning it right now?
Oh, I mean, I'm saying that, like, it's probably
A good gateway.
maybe
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
because it's, like, PC, but, like so that way you won't have to do all the paper and pen
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But, like, it translates really easily into paper and pen as far as I know.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, let's do that. Like
It's
local
expensive though,
co-op.
because it's like a full yeah. It's a full price of, like, a AAA game. It's like $60,
Mm-hmm.
and it just released, so there's no sale.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. We can wait a little bit. We don't need to play it now.
For sure, for sure.
But yeah, anyway, so you guys can play along in chat, later in the VOD, whatever you want. Question number one. Family elders are expressing disapproval of you to the rest of the family. Do you accept the criticism and change your ways? Seek a compromise with them? Besmirch the reputation of those expressing disapproval as you ignore their scorn? Or silence them any way you can? Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I want to do number 3.
Are we answering these honestly, by the way? Or like, are we just having fun with it?
Yeah, why would we not?
Okay, okay, cool. Um, hmm. See, this depends to me. As I did on the Myers Briggs test, I'm gonna overthink all of these. Okay, so
For sure, for sure.
the thing is, I think this is true about you as well. If the
Mhm.
disapproval of me is valid, I should acknowledge it and change my ways and be better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I remember back in 2014 when I did this test, I just automatically assume no, they're bullshitting and they're wrong about me, and so fuck them. You know what I mean? Um,
Mhm.
but what if they're not? What if I am just being a dick and I gotta change my behavior? What if that's the case? You know?
Mhm.
But like this is too general. It's like, okay, they're saying, oh, I disapprove. Okay, I'm gonna change my ways. This is not the case. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But like if they're being valid, then I should. What do you like
Yeah.
what do I do with this? Because this is a vague question.
Yeah, and it doesn't have, like, a answer where it's like, "Oh, if this, then this."
Yeah. Like what do you assume? That it's not valid, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of always been my general experience IRL anyway.
Hmm.
So,
So you would say you would besmirch the reputation, like you would.
yeah, I mean, just 'cause, like, tons of, like, people in my family, especially the older ones, coming I don't know if this is a universal Asian thing, but it feels kind of like an Asian thing at the same time. Um Not to stereotype, but also this is just I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, family elders are always like, "Oh, old traditional like Asian ways, you gotta do this and this and this. You're being too westernized and whitewashed and
Mhm.
all this sort of stuff. Like you don't even know your own like native
Language,
language." It's
yeah.
like that's not my fault. That's not my fault. My parents didn't fucking teach me. It's
Hmm.
not my fault. My parents aren't fucking competent. Okay?
Hmm. Hmm.
Why are you blaming me as a child?
um. So how would you besmirch their reputation?
I talk to you about things. Yeah. Um, oh, um, yeah, I don't know. I haven't done that yet, but I've always like had ideas of doing it. Just again, general life experience, the family members haven't always been very good. Um, so it's not like it's hard to be like, "Oh, well, they did this and this and this." Like, I could go on, about my family. I've already told James a ton of stuff. I've the most, like, thing that was, like, the most recent, the most, like,
Wait,
frustrating
wait,
thing, the
wait,
most
wait, wait,
evil.
wait, wait. Give me a second before you say anything, because this is new. Just know that this is live. So if you don't want to say anything, you know what I mean? Like,
No, yeah, I get it.
yeah. But yeah, go on. Just be aware, please.
Yeah. No, yeah, yeah, I understand. Um, but yeah, no, I wasn't gonna go super into detail, I don't think. Um, but yeah, it was just had to do something with my father's funeral. He had passed away like 2, 3 years ago. And his own siblings would not help out with the funeral. And I guess they had paid my like they helped monetarily and then were asked to be paid back. And it was
Paid
like,
your what?
why? Paid back. They asked to be paid back.
No, but they had helped with the funeral monetarily, right? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. They asked to be paid back after it,
Yeah.
like for you to pay them back.
Yeah, for our family, which was my stepmom, me, and then, like, the 2 children who were, like, under 18.
Jesus.
Yeah. And this is, like, their own sibling. This is their own sibling who died.
Yeah, but like, how would you besmirch their reputation though?
Oh, I mean, I would just spread that, like, it's that's already, like, so bad.
Like right now, what you did.
Yeah, like, basically, just basically tell the truth of what the fuck they're doing,
Yeah.
where it's like, they're doing this and this and this, and they act like they're all talk about family, but they're not because apparently, they're asking a single mother now, who has to raise 2 children who are under 18, um, and possibly sue the company that the father was working in because they didn't let him leave to go home,
Hmm.
and that's why he, like, was in trouble, like, health-wise. So now she has to maybe sue them, and I don't know if she has the money to get the lawyer for that. So it's just a bunch of shit, and they're asking like, "Yeah, can you pay us back, please, for, like, our brother who you were taking care of, you know,
Hmm.
and married to? And also, we don't like you for whatever reason because 'cause you're the new woman and, whatever, even though we also didn't like the first person that he married.
Hmm. Yeah.
And also, we don't like him anyway, so why the fuck do we care?"
Right. Yeah, I think yeah, let's just go with this to simplify things. And so because of this, I am the same way. As I have told you about stuff with my own um family elders
Family.
or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So the third one, besmirch. What about you,
Yeah.
Hamlet, if you care to share? And you guys watching as well, feel free to, share in the comments as well. Would you give up a promising career to aid the family in time of need? Um, hmm.
For, like, you? Yeah.
Oh, see, that's interesting that you said that. For
Well,
you,
because this
or like
y
for
yeah,
family that,
like the family that we were just talking about.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
For the family we were just talking about, obviously not. I have 0 contact with them.
Oh my God, what the fuck? So what do I assume? Like you as my family or my family as my family? Because the thing
So,
is,
what
my
yeah.
family, my relationship with my family is more normal than your relationship with your family.
Yeah, absolutely. I understand that, yes. I am basically an orphan.
So if it's my relationship with my family, I would say only if I was certain I'd be able to return to my career soon. If it's you,
Mhm.
it's yes with some reluctance because it's like kind of human
Mhm.
nature to be like, oh,
For
you
sure,
know what
for
I mean?
sure.
So which one do I
And
fucking
then you're
say?
more, like, driven than I am anyway, so, um,
What do you mean?
I mean that you have an actual goal, like, you have and you're starting your career, I haven't actually yet.
I guess. Yeah. Because even with this stuff, it's kind of like um I kind of started it and I'm directing.
Yeah, uh-huh,
While you
and I'm just,
are
like, here to tag along.
not really, you're a key part of the operation, but I imagine
Aw.
it's not, you know, how do I say this? Like it didn't come from your core. You know what I mean? Like it's not
Yeah,
your
yeah.
thing, you know? It's kind of like a creative outlet and a work outlet for you as well, but
Mhm,
it's not like your ultimate goal or whatever. Not that it is mine either. But point is, I was the one who thought of it and started it or whatever. So it makes sense that I would feel a little more attached to it. You know?
mhm.
Does that make sense? Am I being sensible?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Amlet says, I'm always first and foremost about compromise. I want to make everyone happy if it's possible. Hmm.
For sure, yeah.
Well, okay. How do we do this, Marilyn? Family or
Mm.
you?
Well, with me, it's a bit easier where it's like, oh, if
I
it's
know.
the
With you, it's
negative
easier.
stuff, it's comprom car what it uh, whatever words. I don't know how to pronounce this word that I'm trying to think of. Um, but yeah, I can separate it because I've always had, like, negative experiences with this aspect of family versus positive experiences with, like,
So
you, who is my current
which
family.
one do you like go with? Like the negative or the positive? Which one do you assume they're talking about?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, where it's like, oh, well, the first question, it was like negative, right? So it's like, oh, well, we're assuming it's that side of like the experience of family that I've experienced. Okay, redundant much. And then like, oh, it's like, oh, to give aid to your family. Then it's like, oh, well, if it's my current family, which is you, then yeah, and that's like positive.
So which one are you going with? The positive or the negative?
The positive.
Okay, so you're gonna say in a heartbeat?
Yeah.
This is confusing me, man. I don't know. Okay, okay,
Yeah, because
okay.
I mean, it's probably harder for you since you've like you said as well, you have a more normal relationship with your family than I do.
I'm gonna say yes with some reluctance because I mean, yeah, come on. Like
That's what it
what do they
boils down to
what do
anyway,
they
yeah.
expect? But if it again, if
Mhm.
it was I don't know. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Would
yeah,
you
yeah.
betray a family member to advance your own career? I don't think I
Okay, now
would.
this one's a bit hard.
This one's hard because like what if your family is a villain?
Yeah. No, yeah, that's why I said it's hard for me because then it's like, okay, am I betraying, like, my old one
Yeah.
or my current one? I
Let's simplify this a little bit. Let's not like
don't know,
personalize
I'd
this.
probably just I'd resist this temptation.
I think let's be like let's create a hypothetical um that this family member is neutral to you. You know? They're a family member,
Well,
they're
I
neutral.
don't have family members that are
No, no, no,
neutral.
like
If they're
imagine it.
neutral, I dislike them.
No, I know, but imagine that scenario that you like them. Okay? Would you betray them?
I that's I that's
No.
hard for me because I don't know what that's like.
Your dad is what is that word?
My dad is nega Superman, but I love
Like
him
negative
anyways.
Superman?
Negative Superman?
I don't know what that
Jinx.
is. Um to me. I have a family member at least one family member who is a
Mhm,
like a total dick. But would I
mhm,
betray them in the sense of like ruin their lives just to advance my own career? I wouldn't.
mhm,
You know what I mean?
mhm,
Like the only way I would ever hurt them like that is if they like killed
Did
someone
something
close to
horrible.
me or something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
or
Or like actively harmed another
actively
person.
harmed them somehow. Yeah. So
Yeah. Uh-huh.
so I wouldn't do that. So for me,
Yeah. I mean, I'd resist the temptation.
I would say I would resist the temptation too.
Yeah, because I wouldn't actively, but like I would probably think about it, especially with like old family members and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The
I have
stuff
thought
that,
about it
yeah,
too. Anyway,
for sure.
do you respect the leaders of your family?
No.
Their words guide my actions. They're role models. They're often out of touch with my life. They're out of touch with reality. They're out of touch with
Oh man, that's both. Can
reality.
it be both?
Can it be
I
both? It can't
need
be
them to
both.
be
Yeah, me
both.
too.
Uh,
I'm gonna say they're out of touch with reality because that's what it is.
eh, yeah.
If your family had arranged your marriage to someone loathsome, would you go through with it?
Lol, loaded question. In case
Agree,
of character and evil version.
proud to serve your family. Agree, hiding your reluctance, subtly work against the union, or flee. I would flee.
Yeah.
You'd flee
To
too.
someone loathsome, so yeah, yeah. I mean, because if it's like someone evil, then it's like fuck you.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not.
Someone who work
I don't.
against the
I
union.
don't like overcomplicating things. Like I'm kind of like
Hmm.
fuck off, go away. I'm going away too. Like that. You know what I mean? I don't want to be
Hmm.
like fucking Game of Thronesing it.
Yeah.
You're estranged from a family member. On his deathbed, he seeks reconciliation. Do
Oh
you
no.
speak to him but hold your ground, refuse to speak to him, discuss your estrangement openly and without uh, what is that word?
Rancor.
What does rancor mean?
I'm Googling it right now. Bitterness or resentfulness, especially when long-standing. So without bitterness.
Uh-huh, okay. Actively seek reconciliation and heed his dying words. So realistically, I think I would refuse to speak.
I've done the first two, not like on someone's deathbed, but like just in general to people, to family members I have like distanced myself from.
No, but like I think listen, it depends on the degree, okay? But I think it could be intense enough that I would even refuse to speak on their deathbed.
For sure, for sure.
What are you choosing? I'm choosing to refuse to speak, probably.
I mean, on the extreme level, yeah. I mean, I've done that before, like I've said. So,
So which one are you choosing?
I don't know. I think okay, so it would be refuse to speak to him, and then if like something like it needs me to be compelled to speak to him, it's like, okay, whatever. Fuck you. I don't like you. We're not gonna reconciliate, and then he dies.
So you would speak.
Yeah. But like if like I fucking need to or something, right? Otherwise it's just like, no, fuck you.
Because the thing is, right? So without getting much like too much into it, you already know who I'm talking about. But like, I have a family member who's hurt me deeply.
For sure.
Let's
For
say
sure. I mean, we both
hypothetically,
have
yeah, yeah.
one.
But
One at
let's say
least,
like
yeah.
30, 40 years later or something, it's like, yeah, they're dying and whatever. And like, would I be at a place that is like, no matter what they say, it's fine? Or could their dying words like fuck me up for years? You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm,
could their
mhm.
dying words be one last stab in the heart? You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Yeah.
That's what I'm afraid of. So I don't know. Um, I'm gonna say refuse.
Mhm.
What about you?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I said
Okay,
refuse
okay.
because like it would take a lot of active pushing for me to be like, "Okay, let's talk. We're talking. What the fuck do you want? I don't want to talk to you."
Yeah.
Cuz then it's just like, Fuck you. I don't, but okay, I mean if you need to."
Hmm. A powerful but corrupt judge offers you wealth if you'll testify against your friend. Do you condemn your friend and take the money? Do you take the money and testify but try to keep the
No, he's
testimony ineffective?
corrupt.
Do you
He's
refuse the offer and
capitalist.
refuse to justify? Or do you testify on your friend's behalf no matter the consequences? But here's the thing: is your
I take the money and be ineffective.
no, 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 no. But is your
A
friend
criminal.
guilty?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not one of those people
No,
that's
he is
like,
Miles Edgeworth.
I'm not one of those people. I get the joke. It's funny.
No, yeah, yeah.
I'm not one of those people that's like, oh yeah, ride and die for this friend no matter what. It's like, no. I had a friend once who turned out to be a sociopath, and I'm not gonna ride and die. He was guilty.
Oh.
You know what I mean? You know who I'm talking about. I told you before, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you can't
Uh-huh.
think of them now.
Yeah. No, I remember.
It's an old one.
It took me a second. Yeah, it took me a second because I haven't met that person. You've
Yeah.
only told me about them.
Thankfully, they were out of my life long before I met
For
you.
sure, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
Um. So yeah, because of this,
Would you can still consider them a friend if they're guilty?
no, but it takes time, right? Like you see, you see people like famous people or whatever, right? And their long-term friends sometimes turn out to be like fucking sexual assault people or whatever. You know what I mean?
No, I think if my friend was like guilty of sexual assault, they're no longer my friend.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, apparently, I'm not sure about this because this is my first time doing a YouTube live stream, but
For sure,
for
for sure.
that word, let's say essay, just because
Yeah, yeah,
maybe
yeah.
there's a
Trigger
weird
warnings. Yeah.
there's a weird thing, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it's, I mean, everyone forgive us for that first time, Jesus. Anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
um, no, no, no. But see, that's not the point. It's not their friend after that point, but it was their friend. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
What do we do? Like, is this an innocent friend or a murderer friend
Is this a current friend or an
or an
ex-friend?
ex-friend? Yeah. Or or or
I mean,
or
I'm
or or
assuming
or
that
or
it's a
or or
current
or
friend.
or 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 maybe it is a friend who did something bad, but they're not evil. Like, you know what I mean?
Shoplifting.
Well, sure, I guess. But I meant kind of like maybe they hurt someone, but
Uh,
not in a sense of like essay or whatever.
Murder.
Yeah, or murder or something. And maybe it's good that we testify against them, and they would even want that. You know, I don't know. I
Well, I mean, but
I listen. I am
also
overcomplicating
remember that
things.
this is a corrupt judge.
Oh, it's a corrupt judge. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I think they're kind of leaning towards the friend being innocent then.
Yeah.
So I would say, but what is the no matter
I'm
the
gonna take the
consequences? Well,
money and
what
then
about the no matter the consequences thing? Testify on your friend's behalf, no matter the consequences. What does that mean? Like, what if they kill
it
your
means
family?
that you're gonna no, no, you're no, you're gonna testify, meaning that you're like, oh, whatever, like whether they're guilty or not, you're just gonna tell, and then like it's just, oh, I believe in justice, so the truth prevails and shit.
I would take the money and testify, but try to keep my testimony ineffective. I'd be like,
For sure, for sure.
I don't
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
know.
know shit. I wasn't there.
I just, what was that Johnny Depp trial? Were you aware of that? That happened? Did you see some clips?
Yeah, but I did not see
I
any
took a
clips.
grumpy on the bed.
I I don't
You know what a
care
grumpy is?
about fucking
I don't care
celebrities.
either. But do you know what a grumpy
What?
is?
Oh, no.
Johnny Depp apparently apparently I don't know anything about this, okay? I don't even care. But apparently Amber Heard or whatever took a shit on the bed and
Okay.
and he was like, I found a grumpy on the bed. He called the shit a
Oh,
grumpy. Yeah.
grumpy. Oh, okay.
But anyway, so point is, um, I am going to do the second one because it seems like a good middle
Yep,
ground
me too.
based on this vague ass thing. But again, if it's
And you're taking from the corrupt judge, which is great. I love that.
yeah, But also, again, if it's a genuine friend who I know it's
and you're
innocent
fucking them over.
and it's a corrupt
Yeah,
judge, I would still do this one, but I would like really try to fail the testimony.
for sure, for sure.
Anyway, um, that trial, yeah. By the way, Amlet, are you doing the test as well? Hmm. Do you become close to friends or hold most people at a safe distance? Both. I become close to friends, but people who are not friends, I hold at a safe distance. What the fuck?
I guess it's saying, do you make friends easily?
Oh, okay. I have some close friends. I have few close friends. I try to keep people at a distance. I have an abundance of close friends. I have some close friends, I would say.
See, this one's hard because the last time we did like, oh, do you make friends easily? On the Myers-Briggs test, it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm friendly with people like easily, but like there's something weird with me where it's like, yeah, I don't feel comfortable like making them an actual friend to the point where I'm like, hey, can I talk to you about shit?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're the only person that I've ever done with besides like my ex, but like that's because we were in a relationship.
Yeah, your ex man, ex man, but it's kind of like you just did that because you were in a relationship with him. It wasn't that you actually felt
Yeah.
like you wanted to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, oh, by the way, Amlet, again, feel free to give me your answers, um, and
Oh,
stuff like that in chat as well.
nice.
What? What nice.
Mhm. Oh, that they're taking the
Yeah, yeah,
test
yeah.
as well.
Um,
Yeah. So I would go with the last one, I guess, just as a general, because like I said, I am friendly with people, but like
yeah.
the whole like talking, like, oh, hey, yeah.
I would say I have some close friends because I make close friends easily, I would say.
Yeah.
Um, but again, I have standards, so it's not like everyone can become a close friend. No, I can count my close friends on both hands, I think.
Mm.
Have you ever betrayed a friend? If they deserved
No.
it, I don't know. I hate this like fucking vague ass. I've done so more than once, and I sometimes get away with it. No, I think this is kind of like if okay, you're a dick and you're mischievous and you betray people. I think this is what they are getting at.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
I've never done it.
I don't I don't think so either. Not that I remember.
Uh, I think I'll talk to you about this privately later. I think you did something at least close to it, but it was like a
Yeah, yeah.
mistake, but you quickly tried to fix it, and it, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like I don't think it counts. Like it's mischievous.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have, like, hurt people. Not on purpose or anything, like, it's always been an accident.
Hmm. No thought required for this one for me. Lol, I went straight to never contemplate. No, it's honestly never contemplate either for us. It's just uh,
For
we're
sure, for
talking
sure.
about it. I
Yeah.
never contemplate such a thing. Yes. Um, I imagine if it's different. It's if it's intentional or not. Yeah, yeah. I think this is meaning like as intentional. How do you? Because again, intent. It's kind of like it gets fuzzy because sometimes because it's like yeah, you make choices, but you made those choices out of stupidity and out of like you know what I mean. Like it wasn't. You get it.
Yeah,
You get it.
it's like absent-mindedness versus, like, knowing what you're
Yeah,
doing, like,
exactly,
actively.
exactly. How do you view lifelong commitment to a single romantic partner?
Oh, it's
I
easy for
have
us.
or want such a romance. Yeah, I think back in 2014, I was like, such a romance would be ideal if it's achievable. I think that's what I picked.
Yeah.
Do you insist? Wait, what is the other
on
options? I
repayment.
worry I'd miss out on what others have to offer. Tie yourself to one person, huge mistake. Uh, Sometimes I wondered, like, the third one. I was like, I really want the first one. Like, I was like, I'm sure about the first one, but am I too young to be sure about such a thing? You know what I mean? And so I was like thinking about that stuff. But I don't know. As I get older, I'm like, I don't care about second guessing everything.
That's an easy question for you guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you insist on repayment when lending money to friends? Yes, but I try to be flexible about the exact terms. That's my answer.
Mm, well, it depends on the friend. Usually it's no, although it's sure nice to be repaid. But if they're like going to be constantly like oh asking for money, then it's like yeah, um, I'm gonna have
But it's lending money.
an estimated date. Yeah.
No, it's lending money. Because, okay, so I have been lent money before, but I made it clear that I don't know when I'm going to pay it back, and it's been fine. But if, someone's been like, um, you know, pay this back until that date, I have paid it back as soon as possible. And same with someone else is like, if they want money from me and they're like, I'm gonna pay you back in this date, I am gonna, you know, tell them that I want it back, and they have
For
paid it back.
sure.
So
Yeah.
for me, it's the
Cool.
second one. Like, it's so clear that it's the second one because it's the most healthy one.
Mhm.
What are you gonna pick?
Um, yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
You're saying that too? Okay.
Yeah.
What is Alan saying? Yeah, like you don't want to give up what you have, but it's difficult to get over what. There's an emoji on your text. Why can't I see it? Oh, never mind. Oh, oh.
Oh, no, that's just your YouTube thing.
No,
Yeah.
I can see it now. Um, but it's difficult to get over what else you could have. I don't expect to be paid back. Interesting. Well, to me, again, it really depends. It's not even about the money. At some point, it's kind of like I just like things to be even, Steven, and clear.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right. Um, what else? Are you still in?
Yeah, because for
Oh,
me,
yeah,
like
go
I
on.
was saying, sorry. Like for me, what I was saying is like if they're not like, oh, I'm gonna be paying you back or whatever, then like, I don't know, I've never had friends like asked to be like lent money.
Mhm.
I've had like a coworker like once like, oh, I need cash for like lunch or whatever, and then he paid me back like the next day, which is great. But but yeah, it's just like I've never had like friends ask to be lent money, but I don't know if people are like normally like, ah, yeah, I'll pay you back by X, Y, and Z date.
Yeah, that's what it is normally. Um,
Yeah. Okay.
like
Cool.
like that cousin of mine that you talk to as well sometimes. He
Mhm.
was like, "Hey, could you give me like this amount of money and I'll pay you back in like a month?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And he did.
Mhm.
And it's like really,
Cool.
eh, I don't know. I like it when people are like when people do as they say. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um, but yeah. Are you still in touch with childhood friends? No. Oh, I met
No.
one childhood friend when I was
Oh,
11.
no way.
When I was 11, I got it. Like when I was 11, I had
Oh, I
a
think you told me
yeah, yeah,
about
yeah.
this.
I One of my classmates and childhood friends. I found them recently, but I haven't met them yet. But I want to. So I guess um, but that's just one. So I
Mhm.
don't know. Like, do I say
And you haven't like kept in touch with them since childhood.
I haven't? No, but just recently we got back in touch, and we
Yeah,
haven't even
yeah.
talked that much.
Mhm.
Do I say no, I move around too
Yeah.
much?
I
Or yes, we try
assume
to keep in touch? I don't
yeah.
know. I think no, I move around too much.
I assume yeah. I assume that this is like, oh, have you like had childhood friends that you've kept in touch with, like, throughout your
Like
years?
written link.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No. I moved around too much as well.
You did?
Not, like, across countries or anything like you did, but, first it was a different state, and then just in general, I don't know why we moved around so much, but, like, I went to, like, 6 different elementary schools in total and, like, multiple different 3rd grades.
Mm,
Not, like, in, like, repeating 3rd grades, but, like, I moved a lot in 3rd grade.
right. Do you donate time and money to improve the local community? Yes, the needs of the community are my top priority. Yes, I donate as much as I can once my own needs are met. No, I don't have enough time or money to spare. No, my local community would be a waste of time and money. Currently, I don't have enough time and money to spare.
For sure.
I don't know how it'll be later.
Mhm.
So I'm just not going to overthink it. Oh my gosh,
Mm,
that's like a new school per year. Well, yeah. Also, I've changed like how many schools have I changed? Like, okay, so
yeah, you've changed a
first
lot,
grade
probably.
was one school, second grade was one school, third grade was two schools, fourth grade was one, no, yeah, one school, fifth grade was one school, sixth grade was three schools. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, you moved around a lot.
and then like the other ones were like two or three as well. So it's yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember just moving around a lot because, like, at some point, like, excuse me, like, um, I don't know if this is, like it's probably just an American thing, but, like, at some point, like, I would get, like, packages of, like, puzzles and other educational shit, and, like, I think at some point I was tuned into the fact that this was meant for, like, military kids who had to move around a lot because 'cause they're, like one of their parents or something was, like, in the military, and it's like, that's not my situation, but I like getting these educational things because it was, like, puzzles of the US states and stuff.
Mhm. That sucks. I hated moving schools as a kid. I can only imagine what it'd be like. Ugh, it's horrible. Like I never felt I. It's funny. Um, Obviously, like politically, I don't align at all with like people who are nationalists or whatever at all. But even
Mhm.
people who are patriotic, even a little bit, I'm like, I can't relate to that. It's like I don't, I never felt like I belonged to a specific place or whatever, or a specific people.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, the literal reason is because I kept moving around a lot. Because and like I remember listening to I guess some emo-ish songs a little bit. I didn't have an emo phase, but some songs where it was like, oh yeah, I feel like an alien and blah blah blah. And to like the person who wrote that song, it was like, oh yeah, they are, they don't fit in with people, and it's because they get bullied or whatever. But to me, it was just like I can't maintain any friendships. I move every year. I can't keep in touch with people. I don't fit in, yeah, but it's because I'm always the new kid. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So yeah, it was interesting. Your
Yeah.
community.
For
Oh yeah, go on.
me
Sorry,
oh,
I thought it
sorry.
was done.
Sorry. No, yeah. Sorry, I am the one who keeps interjecting when
No, it's fine.
anyways, for me, I feel like I've always been sort of, like, strangely unaffected by a lot of stuff when I should realistically be. So, I mean, moving around, um, it didn't feel like, too much of a thing. It was the first time we did, which was when, my family moved from Portland, Oregon down to Fresno. Um, I'm not doxing myself, by the way. I'm nowhere in those 2 places. Um, but yeah, so, the first time I was like, "Oh, are we gonna keep driving back up to, like, X elementary school when we're down in Fresno, that doesn't make sense, but, like, that's pretty much, like, it. Where it's like, "Oh, man, I don't wanna move schools." But after that, like, it's just like, "Oh, okay, I guess we are." I mean, 'cause it's probably just 'cause I was unattentive as a kid or something, or just I don't know. Um, because, like, even, like, I remember in, like, 4th grade or something, like, my biological mother, she, like, came to me after school and was like, "Oh, yeah, by the way, um, me and your dad, we're gonna get divorced." And I'm like, "Oh, cool."
Hmm.
And I knew what divorce was, like, in general, like, "Oh, you guys aren't married or whatever." I don't know what that means. Well, I mean, like, I know that they're not married, but, like, okay, that's it. It was like, "Yeah, okay." So it's like, yeah, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure most people would be like, "Oh, no, divorce," and it's like, "No."
Well, the thing is, the thing is, I think that you were as affected as other kids are, but just subconsciously. You weren't aware of it.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, cause like, my parents would always, like, fight too, like, not, like, physically, but, like, they would just always argue with each other.
Mhm.
And, like, I'm pretty sure my biological mother never loved my biological father,
Mhm.
so
Mhm. Too bad you weren't here. New kids were always instantly popular where I lived. It's not about popularity, because when I was new, I was I was what grade was I in? Sixth grade, I think. At sixth grade, I went to an American school in the country of Georgia, and oh, when I went there, they were like, I was like instantly popular. I was like I remember some girls would like gather around me and be like, "Ooh," like even at that point, I think my accent was also a little different. So like, "Ooh, what that your accent's cool." It's like half British, half American. It's like, but I don't care. Like at that point, I was so self conscious to be new. I don't really. It wasn't that. Oh yeah, I'm popular or I'm not popular. It's just that I hate this. But yeah, but also it's kind of like a
Yeah, arguing
kid.
between anyone is
It's
scary,
kind of like a kid brain as well, because you're
for sure.
developing. Because like currently, I wouldn't care. I would enjoy the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
um, Fighting parents are scary. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's pretty common.
Yeah. Anyone arguing is scary,
Yeah,
like Amlet said.
like Amlet's. Amlet's what? Oh, Amlet said. Okay.
Yeah.
Your community is threatened with invasion. Do you help defend it to your last breath? Defend the area with the rest of your community? Flee as soon as things look grim, or cut a deal with the enemy to act as a spy?
Uh,
I would defend the area with the rest of the community.
the community, yeah.
You would as well? Okay.
Mhm.
If you were injured and required immediate assistance, would members of your hometown agree to help? Yes, because they know I would do the same for them. Yes, because I'm generally well liked in my hometown. Um, I don't know if they know I would do the same for them or not. I hope that is the case.
Let's assume this is a small medieval town.
I think it's the first one, because I don't know. It's both. Like they would want to do it, whether I would do the same for them or not. In my current family,
Mhm. Mhm.
that's kind of what it is. But I'm gonna say the first one just because I think I'm pretty sure about this. What about you?
I wish there was an option for probably not because I am very invisible.
Yeah, well, it's not your fault, honestly. It's you're like your luck was being in a place where a bunch of idiots are surrounding you. So you are nothing close to invisible because you're so valuable, but they just are so
Oh,
blind.
thank you.
Um,
Yes, because 'cause they're not heartless. That's accurate.
Wait, what is Amnesty saying? I wish I could say I defend the area, but realistically, I'd probably run away. I wish there was a more neutral option. Like yes, because they're not heartless. Yeah. Um. So what are you picking, Marilyn?
Uh, I- I'm gonna go yes, and then assume I'm generally well liked.
Yeah, because that's I think that is what you deserve and what is going to happen in
Oh.
a healthy environment. So I think that's a good one too. But I'm gonna do the first one.
Hmm.
Um, do you respect the laws? Wait, it says members of your hometown. For some reason, I imagined I said I read that as family. Oh, hometown is different. Yeah, hometown. I would say the second one because I hometown. Like, what do you mean? I never had a hometown again. But theoretically,
Yeah, yeah,
do you respect the laws?
yeah. That's what.
Yeah, do you respect the laws and authorities of the community? It depends. Like, if you're living in an authoritarian community, no, you shouldn't. But so I would say the third one.
When it suits me.
Yeah, the third one.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, authority was I never agreed with it. Um, so
Hmm.
do members of your hometown shun, avoid, or mock you? No. No, I set the standard for what is normal in my community. No, I'm generally seen as
Oh
normal.
wow, how boring.
What?
No, I set the standard for what is normal in my community.
Is that boring?
I mean, probably not, but like, I don't know. It sounds like it's boring at the moment.
Why? Like boring how?
Um, like just a general rule follower. Like it's different if it's like normal where it's like, oh, acceptance and all this like ideological stuff. But like if it's like, oh yeah, I set the standard for what's normal in my community, which is following the law and like
Oh,
agreeing with like the
that's
yeah.
not how I saw it as. I didn't see that
Yeah, yeah.
as
That's why I was like, oh, it's probably not in
no, no,
general
no.
because
That's
yeah.
not how I saw that at all. I saw that as like I kind of again, this can sound douchey, but it's kind of like, oh yeah, I'm the trendsetter in my community. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense and a lot less
that's
boring than
not boring at all.
I'm normal.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's more of like how oh the oh okay, there we go. The stream started like dropping frames, but as long as our voices can be heard, the
Mhm.
frames don't really matter. It's just a page.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Yeah.
what was I saying? Oh yeah, this one sounds more of like how Lucifer in the show is kind of like, yeah, I set the standards for people
Mm,
want to be like me. Like that's kind of what it is. Like that douchey narcissistic
that
type.
makes a lot
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking of like, "No, I followed the law and I am a normal
No, no, that's
normie."
not what it is. But wait, Amlet, is our audio buffering as well, or is everything good? Um. Anyway, but I think this will be good. This will be all right in the VOD though, because it's like it's just frames. It's not really. I don't think it's gonna stutter the audio.
Mhm.
I don't think, at least. I don't know. So which one am I though?
I mean, I think it's fine even if it did. I mean, because lag happens and it's not like it affects it too bad. Unless it's like bad lag, but I mean, it just happens like here and there.
Hmm. Hmm. Let's see. Um.
I don't know what to answer,
I don't know what to answer either because I don't fit
but I
in.
think mine is a different reason than
I
yours.
don't fit in, but at the same time, everyone accepts that.
Mhm.
Like honestly, I hope
I
this
think
is
you
not.
would do maybe some do,
But
but
I'm
not
not.
because some do, but because it's you don't always fit in.
But exactly. But I don't. I don't get mocked or shunned. Like I genuinely like my younger cousin wants like wants to do certain stuff because I do that. So
Mm,
you know what I mean? So I've experienced like the, quote unquote trend setting or whatever the fuck in my family.
mm.
Does that make sense?
Then it would either be I would think maybe say the last one
I'm gonna
then.
say the last one, but I hope it doesn't say I'm a douche or whatever. Because it's not like that.
Mhm. I don't know what I would choose.
Hmm. I think for you, I would choose. See, the thing is about the first one is what I actually think for you, but if
What do you
like
mean? What?
what is the actual truth for you is the first one because their small minds can't handle anyone outside the norm. But
Oh, you mean like it in my past,
yeah,
the
yeah.
family.
But at the same time, if you say that about yourself, isn't that kind of like saying like, yeah, I'm just so
That
I'm just so,
yeah,
out of the box.
yeah,
but
yeah.
honestly, if you're gonna be honest though,
Which isn't how I
you
am.
aren't. But if you're gonna be honest though, you would say the first one. You know what I mean? Like honest, not
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Um, what's up, Amlet? Why did you make that face? I don't see it that way. Oh, what way? You don't see what way? Please explain.
Is it the first one?
Which one? Um, that their small minds can't handle anyone outside the norm. Like like you don't see it as kind of like I'm so cool. You don't see it that way. I mean, I'm not saying it is that way. I'm just saying it's could be.
The
Yeah,
small
yeah, okay.
minds.
So I'm right, I think, with what I'm assuming. Yeah, I don't see it that way either.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
let's just go with it's just being practical. I agree. I think that's the true way of doing it. But again, kind of like the last one, it could be douchey, but it's not in my case. At least yeah, no, it's not. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, yeah.
And the first
Yeah.
one, as well, as kind of those. Again, I just assess all the sides, so I don't see it that way either.
For
But for
sure, for
you, I
sure.
think it is the first one. Would you stand
Mhm.
by? No, would you stand for office or seek to represent the interests of the community in some public manner? To do so would be an honor I would joyously accept. Of
No.
course, it's everyone's duty to do so, only if no one else could handle the job. No, I don't want to be responsible for the community's welfare. I think I think I would do the first one, right?
Yeah.
What about you?
No.
No, I don't want to be responsible. Yeah, and that's fine because you don't want to be responsible
Yeah.
for the community's welfare.
Yeah. And I can't handle that anyway, so yeah, it's not like where it's like, "Oh, fuck the town," and like, "Oh, I'm gonna complain even though, like, I don't wanna be held responsible for shit."
Hmm.
It's like I actually just can't handle
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
sort of management role.
Assessing the situation for what it is and deciding practically that you are different and that they don't accept you as a result. Yeah, yeah, that's the truth of it. But I'm just assessing all the sides. You are a leader, James. I personally do not want to be responsible for policing anyone for anything. The thing is, no, it's not. I don't see it as policing, but it's kind of like I care about social issues and political issues. So if I was at some point chosen in some way or in some shape or form to represent something and I could actually help people, um, let's say if somehow, hypothetically, me being chosen as
Like
something,
politically.
yeah, could help people get healthcare, then it's like why I
For
would like
sure.
that, yeah. Not because I want this power
Yeah.
or whatever. I don't care about that. I just want the thing to be done. I actually
Mhm.
don't enjoy the vibes and the environments of politics. I hate it. But I just care about the things being
Mhm.
done. Excuse me. Your country is racked with famine. Would you share what food you had with others? Eat as little as possible and share the rest. Steal what food
Oh, this one's hard.
you needed to survive. Steal as much food as possible, then sell it back to the community at a high price. Um,
Capitalism. Oh
wait. So the
no.
first one, what does that mean? Like you share all your food with others, so
Yeah.
then you'll just die?
Well, you would share it together, assumingly.
Oh, okay. So then it's win-win.
Yeah.
But then what's the difference between the first one and the second one?
Oh yeah, huh.
Because the second one is eat as little as possible. So then that makes me assume the first one is don't eat at all.
Yeah, I mean probably kind of the selfless
Yeah, that's not
or
smart though.
like yeah, that's not smart.
Steal what food? But like, can't we just like share equally? Why does it got to be like I would steal or you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think I would eat as little as possible and share the rest because
Yeah.
that seems the most compromising thing. What about you?
Mhm. Yeah. 'Cause I mean, like, stealing
No, I
food
would not do that.
assumes that you're not gonna share it
Yeah.
either.
If offered enough money, would you slip a poison into your king's drink?
No.
But it just says a king. It doesn't even say who.
It says "your king."
Yeah, but like you didn't choose the king.
Yeah, but, like, you're killing someone.
Yeah, but like what if it's Hitler? You know, you get what I'm saying?
I think we're assuming that it's a neutral party and not Hitler and not a terrible authoritarian. Because it's like if you're offered enough money, so it means you're being bribed to do something you would not normally do.
Right. So it's for money.
Yeah. Because if it's like, "Oh, you were paid to kill Hitler," it's like, "Yeah, I would kill Hitler
Yeah.
with or without the money."
So um you don't want to be part of the regicide in any way? In any way, even if it's King Hitler? Come on. You would.
King Hitler, guys.
um a vast sum of money would tempt me. I don't think it would.
I don't think so.
I'm just gonna say,
Like, especially if it's a normal, harmless, neutral
yeah, it
party. Well,
wouldn't.
supposedly harmless. Yeah.
I would just say no, and I don't know. I don't know if I'd warn the king. I'd just be like no. It depends. If I
Yeah.
like the king, I warn him.
Yeah, for sure.
A plague is sweeping across your country.
What did you
Oh, I
choose?
chose the fourth one just because it's.
The 4th one. Yeah, I chose the 4th one too.
But again, to everyone in the podcast, I probably wouldn't warn anyone. I'd just be like,
Actually warn the king.
yeah.
"Hey, king." You would shout at the window, "Hey, king!"
A plague is sweeping across your country. Would you undertake a dangerous mission to find the cure? Well, I mean, if I had the ability, I don't know. I don't have the ability right now,
Find the cure for COVID.
but I can't. Heal the sick as best you can. Okay, let's just assume that this means you have the ability. Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah, this is magical D&D
Yeah.
fantasy shit. You're a
Yeah.
healer.
Avoid contact with the sick or flee the country.
Bubonic plague.
I would undertake a dangerous
I
mission
mean,
to find the
realistically, I would
cure.
probably avoid.
But no,
Realistically, I would probably just avoid
but
contact.
no, that's realistically because we can't do anything else realistically.
Yeah.
But if in this world, like if we could make it real that we were like some Tom Cruise Mission Impossible type shit, and we could undertake a dangerous mission to find the cure, I would do that.
Yeah, but see that at that point is a um just an estimation of yourself. Me as myself, even if I did think that like, oh, there's a possibility, I would not think I would have that possibility even if in this magical world we
Oh,
had
so
that.
you're saying like even if you had the physical capabilities or like the political power or something, your personality would be doubting yourself so much that you wouldn't do it.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Mm.
And it's not like I said, it's not because like, oh, I'm neglecting people and I want to just take care of myself. It's not that. It really is just doubting myself to the point where it's like, I don't know what to do.
Uh-huh. So okay, so for you,
Crippled
you
with
would just say
indecision.
avoid contact with the sick. For
Yeah.
me, it's undertake a dangerous mission to
And
find the
like
cure.
yeah. And like if there's anything I could do like without like actually being in contact with the sick or doing something dangerous, then yeah. But like otherwise
Oh yeah, because you always think like, oh, what if I fail?
yeah, yeah, for
But the
sure.
thing is, I also think that, but to me, it's not to the intensity of I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah,
Again, it's
yeah.
not a selfish thing for you.
Thank you.
I mean, you said so as well.
Yeah.
Do you respect the lawful?
Theoretical fantasy world.
Yeah. Do you respect the lawful authority of the rulers of the land? No. A ruler is no better than
Mhm.
anyone else.
These prince around. Long live the queen. Large religion is franchise. No ruler is better than anyone else. Yep. The third
Yeah,
one.
the third one.
Ruler or the fourth one. Rulers are invariably corrupted by power.
Um, I mean, rulers are inherently authoritarian, right? Like it's not gonna be like some socialist type thing.
Yeah, because in a true like socialist
It's not
country,
one ruler.
there would not be. Yeah, there would be no rulers.
Yeah, it'd be just decision makers chosen by the people.
Yeah.
I guess I'm
Yeah.
gonna say the fourth one, yeah. If you were offered a reasonably lucrative deal, would you spy for a hostile foreign power? Uh,
Oh, like you would be an inside spy for for someone else's country.
but the thing is, all countries are corrupt. It's like, you know what I mean? Like it's some.
No, I like this one. No, because I might get caught. That's me. That's so straightforward. Yes, finally a straightforward one.
Yeah, because the nation
No,
is
because
seen
I
as
might get
invisible
caught.
to me. Yes, because this nation could stand to be knocked down if I think it's the third one for me as well. But like realistically, I don't like I wouldn't do something for one country to hurt another country. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I'm
For
not
sure,
gonna
for
side
sure.
with any
Yeah.
country specifically. It's not a because all countries, all governments suck at some point.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say I might get caught just because it's the most.
There's no other neutral
Right.
option.
Do you rely on the government to enforce contracts and property rights? Do you rely on the government to
Contracts and property rights.
Oh, oh. Uh,
What does it mean by
wait.
that?
Just because maintaining the rule of law is more important than any individual dispute.
Morax.
Yes, because the courts are best equipped to handle such disputes. What? Are you kidding me? The government can't even pave roads. Absolutely not. If I can't defend it myself, I don't. Oh. I understand. I understand. Is this kind of like? Do you trust the government, or are you individualistic, capitalist? Like everything needs to be private. Kind of like that, I think.
Oh, like decentralized government.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously me as someone who thinks, again, the thing is, governments are like, if it's ideal, it's good, they're good. But in our capitalist society, governments
Mhm.
are designed in a way that you gotta do it privately, and they don't even help that much. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But again, this is kind of on paper. It's not. Let's not be too. I'm just gonna say yes because the courts are best equipped to handle such disputes. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Option three. Yeah, yeah.
A
Option
strong central
option three
democracy
is
with nothing
is
but
right.
Socrates
Option
will
three
not
is right.
verbalize
Wait,
mediocrities.
what are you saying?
Ah, the just because I said decentralized government, and then that just automatically reminded
Of
me.
what?
Now for a strong central democracy, if not, then I'll be Socrates throwing verbal rocks at these mediocrities,
Is that a line in Hamilton?
which is yeah.
What song?
I was listening to it earlier at work the other day. What song? Nonstop. I practice law. I've practically perfected it. I've seen injustice in the world, and I've
Oh,
corrected
oh,
it.
oh, yeah, yeah,
Now
yeah.
for a
I
strong
remember.
central democracy. If not, then I'll be throwing verbal rocks at these
I remember
mediocrities.
now. Okay. The third one is true. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, for sure.
it shouldn't be.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I'm gonna say the second one and gonna go to question number five. If imprisoned, would you injure or kill others to escape?
Mm.
Um, no, except for
Except for
minor wounds
minor
that will heal
wounds.
easily.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you accept a noble's right to treat badly the serfs who work on his land? No. No one has any right to treat another badly, period.
Of course not. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is not feudalism. We're not okay with feudalism.
Mhm. You have accidentally committed a crime. Do you turn yourself in and attempt to make restitution to the victim? Do you turn yourself in, throwing yourself on the mercy of the court? Do you hide your involvement, lying if you have to? Do you try to pin the crime on another? It depends on what the crime is, you know? But if there's a,
Make restitution to the
yeah,
victim.
exactly. If there's a victim, then I feel so guilty. So it's like I would do anything to remove my guilt. I would be like Dan in Lucifer in
Yeah.
that sense.
Mhm.
So I'll go to first one.
I don't like option 2 because option 2 is like it's just about the justice of the thing, like blind
No,
justice instead of like
I don't
actually
care
like
about that stuff. I just care about the victim.
no, yeah, that's why I was like I don't like option
Yeah.
2 because it's just like, oh, well, because for the sake of justice. It's like, no, I'm doing it for the
Yeah,
victim.
exactly. So the first one.
Yeah.
Question number 8. If guilty, would you confess to a crime? Yes, because it is my duty to do so. Yes, because it might get me a lighter sentence. No, I'd make the magistrate prove my guilt. No, and I try to
It
prove
might
my
get me a lighter
own innocence.
sentence.
See, this is the thing though. Are we gonna assume that the crime is a valid one, or like this government says that this is a crime, but it shouldn't be? Like let's say before when pot
Let's
was
say a valid
illegal
one.
and people would like, especially
N
unfortunately a lot of African
no, no,
Americans
no,
would
no,
be
no, that's too
jailed,
trivial.
right? That's too trivial.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
Because then that's just like, "Oh, is the government corrupt?" It's like, "Yeah." But, like, this let's say this is a fault on ourselves, because this is a personality quiz, right? So this is a fault on ourselves,
mhm.
like a legitimate fault.
So then I would just say yes because it is my duty to do so. Again, my conscience is super guilty always. So I'm always gonna like try to do anything to elevate my guilt. Elevate my guilt? Alleviate my guilt.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Alleviate, yeah, yeah. Elevate
Yeah,
my
yeah, that's
guilt.
that's the opposite.
Yeah. Oh, also going back to 25 real quick.
Yeah.
If imprisoned, would you injure or kill others to escape? It's funny because in Divinity, you like literally almost always kill people,
I mean, it's a video
especially in the
game.
first act where you have to escape being imprisoned. No, I know, yeah, but it's like you don't have the option to just like put people to sleep or like unconscious or
Right.
something. You always have to kill them, and it's like, yeah, this is definitely what I'm doing. Just putting them to sleep forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
Would you express a revolutionary political opinion if threatened with punishment? Um hmm. Yes, I'd rather be punished than remain silent. Yes, somebody's got to speak the truth. No, although I might privately express my opinion to friends. I think see, I think realistically is the third one for me.
Yeah, yeah.
While traveling, you witness an assault, you are ordered to testify, which will delay your travel significantly. Do you slip out of town at night to avoid testifying, deny you saw anything, remain reluctantly, testify and leave, remain until the trial's conclusion in case further testimony is needed? Mm, I'm gonna say remain reluctantly, testify and leave.
Mhm.
You as well? Okay.
Yeah.
What is the best use of wealth? To help the destitute and less fortunate, provide for the needs of friends and family, to stay on top of the heap yourself, to not only stay on top but keep others from climbing too low. I'm gonna say the first one.
He's 1%.
I'm gonna say the first one.
Yeah, the first one.
When confronted by beggars, do you give generously, give moderately, give only what you wouldn't miss anyway, a dollar or two at the most, ignore them as you walk by? I would give moderately, ideally, unless I need, you know,
Mhm.
I'm not doing that well.
Unless we're in our current
Yeah.
situation. Yeah.
Then I wouldn't give it all. And I would feel so
Yeah.
bad, by the way, but it's like, I can't.
Yeah.
By using magic, you could fool
Yeah.
village merchants into thinking your what the oh, your copper pieces were made of gold. Do you? Yes, and I'll buy as much as I can. Yes, but I'll only cheat the rich merchants. No, it's too risky. No, definitely, I would
Yes.
cheat the rich merchants. So the second one for you as well.
Those merchants have
Oh
families to
fuck, though,
feed.
fuck the rich ones.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
for
gonna
sure.
Robin Hood the shit out of this shit. The shit out of this shit.
Fuck yeah.
You have two job offers. One pays more, but the other is secure and steady. Which do you choose? Definitely the lucrative job. Steady work sounds like drudgery. Probably the lucrative job, although I'd look into the secure job. The secure job, unless the other job was outrageously lucrative. Definitely the secure job because I plan for the long term. I'm gonna say probably the lucrative job, although I'd look into the secure job.
Oh, these are all really good reasons.
Yeah. Honestly, it depends on the context. I'm just gonna
Well, okay,
I'm just
yeah.
gonna go with the second one because I can't overthink this too much. But it
Yeah,
depends
yeah.
on the job.
We're almost
You know
done
what I mean?
anyway.
It's not always about
Um,
the money or the steadiness.
yeah. It's like, what does it mean? What does it mean, like, secure and
Yeah, and also
steady?
what is the
Does it
job?
mean that the lucrative job is like, oh, you're an assassin or something? It's like, what?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It depends on what the job is. It's not about the
It's like,
money
what am
always
I
and the
doing?
steadiness.
Yeah.
But I'm
Mhm.
just gonna say the lucrative one, the second one. I'm gonna assume it's not an assassin.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna assume it's like maybe what, a fucking construction worker or
Yeah.
something.
Ahmed says that Ahmed says I'm all about security because I worry about the daily and it would be such a relief. Yeah. I don't know. It's just a personality thing because I
Mhm.
worry about the daily too, but I just kind of like the thrill a little bit of a little bit of uncertainty and a little bit
For
of
sure, for
like,
sure.
oh, cool, a lot of lucrative opportunity, What's the best path to wealth? It's a matter of
Mhm.
luck and being in the right place at the right time, or staying flexible so you can take advantage of good opportunities, or following a long term plan that incorporates a comfortable level of risk, hard work, and perseverance. Um, the best path to wealth, I think, is the second one, I think. Or the third one.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the third one super
Because
duper.
hard work and perseverance sounds like
No,
hard work and perseverance sounds like, oh, you gotta pull yourself up by your
no,
bootstraps and all that crap.
that's how it worked before. That's not how it works now.
Yeah.
I think staying
Yeah.
flexible so you can take advantage of good opportunities is the right one because you don't always need to have a long
For
term
sure, for
ass
sure.
plan. It's the best
Mhm.
path to wealth, but realistically, most people get rich by being at the right place at the right time and
Being
lucky. Yeah.
Most people get rich by being born into wealth.
Well, there's that, but also luck. Well, that's luck too.
Mhm.
If you accepted a job or contract, would you try to finish the task even if it got much more dangerous? No. You can bet I'd be renegotiating, or if it's no longer a good deal, then the deal is off. Yeah, the fourth one for me.
I'd probably be renegotiating.
I don't think I would. It's no longer a good deal, so fuck off. Cool. So, what is my alignment? I am chaotic good. A chaotic good character.
Chaotic
Oh,
neutral.
you're neutral? Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because probably of like, oh yeah, I would like take this represent them politically, and you didn't say that. Probably that stuff.
Yeah.
I would say you're like chaotic,
Well,
chaotic, neutral, good leaning.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, like, you can see the detailed results. Alignment, lawful good 17, neutral good 17, chaotic good 22, lawful neutral 17, true neutral 17, chaotic neutral 22, lawful evil 9, neutral evil 9, chaotic evil 14.
Interesting.
So both chaotic good and chaotic neutral were both 22. And then everything else is like lawful good, lawful neutral. And it's true neutral. And it's like so neutral and so chaotic and so good.
So you're so good and so chaotic and so neutral, all of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I read the description of chaotic good,
What about
and then you
yours?
can read yours?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Uh,
chaotic good. A chaotic good character
yeah.
acts as his conscience directs him, with little regard for what others expect of him. He makes his own way, but he's kind and benevolent. He believes in goodness and right, but has little use for laws and regulations. He hates it when people try to intimidate others and tell him what to do. He follows his own moral compass, which, although good, may not agree with that of society. Chaotic good is the best alignment you can be because it combines a good heart with a free spirit. However, chaotic good can be a dangerous alignment when it disrupts the order of society and punishes those who do well for themselves. So, I like it. What
Cool.
about you?
Chaotic neutral. Oh, Amlet got a true neutral, which is cool. And we're all just neutral.
Well,
Anyways,
I'm not.
chaotic neutral. A chaotic neutral character. Yeah, 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 yeah. You're chaotic good. A chaotic neutral character follows his whims. He is an individualist first and last. He values his own liberty, but doesn't strive to protect others' freedom. Okay. He avoids authority, resents restrictions, and challenges traditions. A chaotic neutral character does not intentionally disrupt organizations as part of a campaign of anarchy. To do so, he would have to be motivated by either by good and a desire to liberate others, or evil and a desire to make those different from himself suffer. A chaotic neutral character may be unpredictable, but his behavior is not totally random. He is not as likely to jump off a bridge as to cross it. A chaotic neutral is the best alignment you can be because it represents true freedom from both society's restrictions and a do-gooder's zeal. However, chaotic neutral can be a dangerous alignment when it seeks to eliminate all authority, harmony, and order in society.
See, this isn't totally accurate. Well, obviously, it's not totally accurate,
Yeah,
but I think for you, it's a little less accurate than it
yeah,
is for me. Because again, this one is like you're not that neutral. You do care about good. You know what I mean? But you just are not that
yes. Because
confident.
this what chaotic neutral is like. Oh, you just don't care.
Yeah, that's not you. You care a lot, but it's just you don't believe in yourself enough
Yeah,
to make differences.
yeah.
But it's fine. I mean,
So it would be chaotic good, but appearing chaotic neutral.
chaotic, neutral, good leaning, or what you said, yeah. But I mean, it's
Mhm.
fine. It's not like it's not gonna describe us perfectly. For me,
No, yeah,
lawful
yeah,
good
yeah.
is 22. I don't know what these numbers exactly mean.
It means the like numbers or points or whatever you got for each thing.
Yeah, but I don't know what they mean. You know?
The numbers or the words
No, I know what the
themselves?
words mean, but the numbers.
Okay.
Um, still interesting.
It's
Yeah,
weird
it
that
is
it marked you
interesting.
as lawful good with 22.
Your lawful good.
Because lawful good is very paladin, like, oh, I must follow the
You're
government and the
22.
rules and all that sort of stuff, usually.
Are you 20?
No, for you.
Oh, what about you?
17.
Okay, and what did you say about my 22?
Oh, it's weird that it got 22 for you because I assumed your chaotic good was 22.
But maybe it balances itself out with some chaotic evil or something, or neutral or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
What about your neutral good?
My neutral good? 17.
20. See that one makes more sense for me to be higher. Uh, chaotic
Hmm.
good,
The 22.
23, which is probably the highest one for me.
Oh.
Or that's why I got chaotic good. It doesn't make sense that I got lawful good. I
Hmm.
like at 22. I don't think it makes sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Um, lawful neutral 17. What about you?
Awful neutral?
Yeah.
17.
True neutral 15.
17.
Chaotic neutral 18.
22.
Lawful evil 12.
9.
Neutral evil 10.
9.
Chaotic evil 13.
14.
Okay.
Ah, I'm chaotic evil. How nice.
Law and chaos 9 law, 7 neutral, and 10 chaos. I mean, yeah, and 10 chaos.
6 law, 6 neutral, 11 chaos. Very chaotic.
Good and evil 13 good, 8 neutral, and 3 evil.
11 good, 11 neutral, 3 evil.
All right. Well, yeah. Again, it's
Y'all are more evil than me. Yeah.
yeah. We're more no, because you said you liked like you were I want more stability.
A very peacekeeping
Yeah, yeah.
person.
But again, it's kind of like,
I like chaotic evil.
but you're not chaotic evil.
No, I know. I said I like it.
What is chaotic evil?
Chaotic evil is like just general like, oh, Like, cause so, like, lawful evil would be like, "Oh, I have a not a manifesto, like, a fucking code of, like, whatever for, like, my evilness." Neutral evil is like, um, whatever. And then chaotic evil is more
The
like,
Joker.
yeah, yeah. Because neutral evil and chaotic evil are kind of both like, "Eh, whatever," but neutral evil is like, "Eh, whatever I feel like doing," and chaotic evil is like, "Ha! Imma do what the fuck ever I want, bitch!"
But we're not chaotic evil though, but it's like fun to roleplay as.
Yeah, yeah.
I would say, uh, honestly, I would say I'm chaotic good, but not as lawful as this is making me seem. And I would say you are chaotic good,
Yeah.
but not as, but a little more neutral. No, a little more neutral seeming, but the same nature.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and Amlet, I
True
mean, I
neutral. A
don't
true neutral character does what seems to be a good idea. He doesn't feel strongly one way or the other when it comes to good versus evil or law versus
see. That's
chaos.
not true.
Most true neutral characters exhibit a lack of conviction or bias rather than a commitment to neutrality.
Oh, most true neutral characters exhibit a lack of conviction or
Such a
bias. No,
character
that's not true though. You don't
Mhm.
lack.
Such a character thinks of good as better than evil after all. He would rather have good neighbors and rulers than
Oh,
evil
this is
ones.
Amlet. I got confused.
Still, he is not personally committed to upholding good in any abstract or universal way. Not personally committed to upholding good. Some true neutral characters, on the other hand, commit themselves philosophically to neutrality. They see good, evil, law, and chaos as prejudices and dangerous extremes. They advocate the middle way of neutrality as the best, most balanced road in the long run. True neutral is the best alignment without uh, you can be because it means you act naturally without prejudice or compulsion. However, true neutral can be a dangerous alignment when it represents apathy, indifference, and a lack of conviction.
So, what do you think, Amlet? Is this accurate? But yeah. So Marilyn, if you want to explain your D&D thing or your changeling thing, how long will that take?
Um, I don't know, as long as you want
No,
it
but
to.
how long will that take? I don't know how long will it take.
Um, I don't know, like I said, it depends because I can either go, like, super in depth with everything or just kind of be like, "Oh, yeah, I thought this was cool," and, like, a general overview and
Hmm.
stuff.
Well, the thing is, I think. Wait, what is that? Oh, never mind. I think that we could end this stream, and you could maybe, I don't know,
Mhm.
at a at another date maybe, figure out like your
For sure,
OBS
for sure.
stuff, and you can stream your stuff, and maybe you can even share how it looks and stuff. You know what I mean? If you got any text to
Mhm.
show, you know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Mhm.
for now, this was the end of the Morningstar podcast, the fifth episode. Super impromptu stream. Like we didn't plan this. This wasn't the normal date or whatever. It was just like I just figured out how to stream on
James is
YouTube.
feeling a bit better and decided to yeah.
Yeah. And also, yeah, she explained that as well. Um, and so it was
Yeah.
like, why not? Let's not overthink it. Let's just do things. It's it's what it is. But yeah, thank you, Amlet, for joining. Thank you to people who
Yeah.
watch the VOD or whatever it's called on YouTube. I guess the VOD, or I don't know.
Mhm.
And see you guys all. Talk to you guys all later. Mwah, mwah. Have a beautiful rest of your time zone.
Bye.
Bye bye.